After checking the gross anatomy of the bone, now let's focus on the microscopic structure of the compact bone. We will not worry about the spongy bone, but the compact bone. There are two types of bones. We covered the spongy bone. That is not a solid compacted bone, but spiky appearance it has, and due to the trabeculae at the both epiphysis or epiphysis, both of them, and they are the trabeculae over there. The other type of bone is the compact bone. It appears to be kind of a dense and homogeneous, and it makes up the shaft of the bone, but it is not. Under microscope, it contains passageways that carry blood vessels, nerves, and lymph vessels to provide oxygen and nutrients to the living bone cells and carry away their waste. For the first sight, the bone tissue looks very complicated. You will see that. But if you keep it in your mind that everything organized around the blood vessels, it is very easy and understandable. Now, this is a cross-section, partially cross-section of the bone. But I'm drawing it with a red. Actually, this one is the periosteum, the outside covering of the bone, and the red connection between the periosteum and the bone tissue is the Sharpey's fibers that make the periosteum stick to the bone. Under the periosteum are vessels that they carry the oxygen and the nutrients, as well as they take away the carbon dioxide, the waste product from the cells, the osteocytes, the bone cells. These small circles are called the central Huversian canals. Huversian, it's capitalized because it's after an anatomist. But the central Huversian canal contains arteries, veins with a blue, and with yellow nerves. So this is the canal that everything is going to build around this. This is also a central Huversian canal, and that one is another one. So it's the compact bone is full of Huversian canals, and we will check it in class under the microscope. Now, those are the vessels, the Huversian canals that carry the blood vessels, nerves, and lymph vessels all around. The blue represents the veins, the red inside is the artery. Now, the bone cells are located around concentric circles around the central canals. Now, what I'm drawing is the spongy bone. This will be the medullary cavity in the right, but we are just focusing on the compact bone. This is the compact bones matrix, the matrix that makes up the compact bone. So another section, and I would encourage you to check your book too, because my drawing, I try my best, but it's not as good as the textbook picture. So in here is the inner part, the medullary cavity, that is the side is covered by endosteum, and the medullary cavity is the site for blood cell production in the younger organism, and later on fatty tissue will take over the inner medullary cavity, the yellow blood marrow. Now what I just drew is just getting out the central Huversian canal, that's what I just colored, and all of the concentric circles around it. So, but if I'm not pulling it out, you will see the concentric circles all around and also over there. Now, these circles are giving a home. Oh, okay. These are the Huversian canals. They are connected, so it's not going to be one, and they run parallel to the long axis of the bone, these Huversian central canals. In here, again, I just try to emphasize the artery, vein, nerve, and the lymph vessels inside of the canal. Those are, again, the central Huversian canals in the compact bone. These are canals because it's many of them. Now, around the concentric circles, these are lacunae, or lacuna if it's a singular, lacunae if it's many. So I put the E parentheses for many of them. And they arranged in concentric circles, and they make a concentric, and they form the concentric lamellae. The lamellae is the structure that kind of made out of the matrix, as the calcium and the phosphate deposit in the bone. Inside of the lacunae lives the osteocytes. Os means bone, osteocytes bone cells, so they live over there. What I try to draw in here, that from the lacunae there are some tiny, itty-bitty tiny canaliculi. This is many of them. Canaliculus is one, and canaliculi, it's many. They connect the lacunae all together because the supply comes from the central Huversian canal, and the food is giving to all of the osteocytes that they are farther even away from the central canal. Now, the central canal is connected also by the Folkmann's canals. These are the perforating canals that they connect the central canals. What I draw around now, this is going to be a osteon, the unit of the bone. This will be called the osteon. All of the lacunae concentrically arranged around the central Huversian canal, and the lamellae, osteon, or the Huversian system. And many of them are making up the bone, the compact bone. Between the Huversian systems, or the osteons, or the concentric lamellae, we have the interstitial lamellae. These are the old lamellae, and they happen to be because of the rebuilding of the bone tissue constantly. So these cells in the bone, they are living cells. They need their food, and they produce waste, so they need the supply. So it's really kind of simple if you think about it. Everything is arranged around the central canal.